God never gave me what I wanted. He always gave me more. As a proof, I will tell you the following anecdote. When I married, I was a working man, and consequently, I had not much money to spare. In about 3 months after my marriage, I fell ill, and my illness continued for more than 9 months. At that period, I was in great distress. I owed a sum of money, and had no means to pay it. It must be paid on a certain day, or I must go to jail. I had no food for myself nor my wife, and, in this distress, I went up to my room, and took my Bible. I got down on my knees, and opened it, laid my fingers on several of the promises, and claimed them as mine. I said, Lord, this is thine own word of promise, I claim thy promises. I endeavored to lay hold of them by faith. I wrestled with God for some time in this way. I got up off my knees, and walked about some time. I then went to bed, and took my Bible, and opened it on these words, Call upon me in the time of trouble, I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. I said, It is enough, Lord. I knew deliverance would come, and I praised God with my whole heart. Whilst in this frame of mind I heard a knock at the door. I went and opened it, and a man handed me a letter. I turned to look at the letter, and when I looked up again, the man was gone. The letter contained the sum I wanted, and 5 shillings over. It is now 18 years ago, and I never knew who sent it, God only knows. Thus God delivered me out of all my distress. To Him be all the praise. I would also like to narrate another similar incident that took place in one of my friend's life. He had been out of employment for a considerable time, and was, in consequence, so circumstanced as only to be enabled to keep himself from dying of hunger. In fact, he was left with but 8 halfpenny in the world. Nor had he one friend, but the friend that sticketh closer than a brother. He went to chapel, thanking God for that which was past, and trusting Him for that which was to come, and heard Dr. Newton preach a sermon in aid of a missionary society that was under perplexing circumstances. Sensibly feeling the solemn appeal which the Reverend Doctor made to the liberality of the audience on behalf of the society, he at once gave the whole of his 8 halfpenny. But he still trusted in Him who delivered the Israelites out of the hands of Pharaoh. He rose next morning penniless. But very soon after terminating the duties of his closet, a message came to him, saying that he was to commence work that morning. He has been in constant employment ever since, and God, in His infinite goodness and mercy, has raised him to a state of respectability. Truly the words of the Lord were verified in this man, them that honor me I will honor.